Module 1, Part 4, the first 4 of the important terms. We're going to start with the term theism. Theism is derived from the Greek theos, of course. I think it was first used in about the 17th century, and it refers to just a basic belief in God or gods, just a generic belief in God or gods. Not the belief of one particular worshiper in any one particular religion, just a general belief. Here we have a few iconic images of God. The Sistine Chapel painting by Michelangelo. Here is another painting done in about 1520 or so by Masolino, an Italian painter, sort of a Judeo-Christian image of God. And here is the king of the gods, the Greek god Zeus, and the way they visualized God. This is from Hinduism. This is Shiva, the god Shiva in Hinduism. Of course, the Hindu high god is Brahman, and there are many manifestations of Brahman, and this is simply one of them in the form of Shiva. And we have here another representation of the Brahman called Hanuman. And here is the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, the way that some Buddhists visualize God. Of course, not all Buddhists worship the Buddha as God. And more of that later. Here is an image of God that comes from the Yoruba peoples of Nigeria. And he is the god of thunder and the god of war. And this is how they visualize God in West Africa. An Aztec high god, or the Aztec high god. And here is an image from Wicca, a neo-pagan religion, a sort of nature-oriented religion, and it visualizes God as a female, so a goddess image. And as I was saying before the picture started, with theism we're just talking about a general belief, not associated with any one particular religion, but just a basic belief in God or gods. Now, the next term we're going to come across is monotheism. And just as the term says, mono means one. Theism refers to belief in God, so monotheism, the belief in one God. And there are three important Western monotheistic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And these are the most popular examples of monotheism today. There are a few others. So monotheism, belief in one God. The next term we're going to come across is agnosticism. Agnosticism basically refers to a mindset that neither rejects nor accepts the idea of God, sort of a fence sitter, so to speak. And agnostics come in all different forms. As you can see from the graphic, the term is derived from the Greek gnosis, which means to know or knowledge, and then you put an A in front of it, it sort of negates that. So to not know is basically where the term agnostic or agnosticism is derived from. Agnostic would be the individual, agnosticism is the mindset. And agnostics come in different stripes. Some agnostics just believe that this sort of knowledge is beyond us as human beings. We just do not have the capability to grasp things such as the existence of God, the nature of God, etc. But one way or the other, an agnostic simply does not embrace the idea that there is a God, but also does not reject the idea. Some agnostics are waiting for better data, so to speak. They're just not quite convinced that anyone has it right yet, but they're not quite ready to abandon ship either, so to speak. Agnostics would generally be people who have done quite a bit of soul searching, quite a bit of research into religions, and often there are no answers out there that satisfy them, basically. And so they continue their search, often in a very heartfelt way. And then finally, the last of the four terms we'll look at in Module 1, Part 4 is atheism, and the term is just like it says, basically. You take theism, which is belief in God or gods, and then you negate it by putting an A in front of it, so it's a disbelief in God or gods. The atheist, which is the noun form for the individual, simply rejects the idea that God exists. And again, something we need to keep in mind, many atheists, some might say ironically, are very well versed in the world's religions, have done lots of research, sometimes soul searching, and have just come to the conclusion that God simply does not exist.